Hi everybody. Yeah, just I'm doing a bit of ash spraying. These are some tankards I recently made. They are not bisque fired, and they've been glazed on the inside and just over the handle there. With the glaze you saw me making up recently, or you saw me putting it through the screen, through the sieve. So what I'm going to do now is the outside here is just spray wood ash from my firebox that I collect, and then I sieve that. And I spray it on. What I've usually done is I've sprayed it on using my I've usually done it with my own huff and puff, as you've seen me doing many times, in this little bottle. It's not a job I really like doing, I'll be honest, because it's like, if you've got a lot of pots to spray, it's a little bit exasperating. You feel a bit sort of hyperventilated, you know, with all the huffing and puffing. So, some very kind person out in California, Robert, kindly sent me this guy. I think you call it a siphon sprayer. So that just hooks up to my little portable gas, not gas, compressed air tank, which I use. I just got to keep it topped up with air, you know. So what I do is I just give it a shake like this, and then let's see if we can get it to work. Okay, so I go down the line, as it were. Thank you, Robert. I think it's Robert or Bob. Forgive me if I don't get your... Let me know about that workshop. One thing I'm having to learn with this, because it's got this guy here, you can raise or lower this nozzle here, and according to how high or how low it is, that it chucks out more or less of whatever you're spraying, you know. So just have to yeah. I don't want to get too close to it, because it can then make it run, you know. So short bursts. like that, I find is the best way of doing it. I tell you, it's a lot easier than doing it with your own huff and puff, that's for sure. Just keep the wood ash in here on the move, because it sediments out rather easily. Yeah, so these mugs were glazed first on the inside, and then I wiped off. I think there's a video of me doing that. I think it's the next one I'm going to upload. And then letting it dry back then, and then dipping over the lip and the handle afterwards. It sure beats having to go like this a million times and then feel like I'm gonna pass out on the floor, you know. I've just got to learn how to use this to get the right thickness of application. That's always the case, isn't it? You have to. So just whip the camera off here a minute. I'm not going to make this a long clip. The little lidded jam pot or mustard pot, whatever you want to call it, I have to be careful that the wood ash doesn't get, as it were, because it's a fine spray, you see. Being a fine spray, it could easily get underneath here in the gallery and cause that lid to stick. So I'm going to be checking that before I go too far with it. In fact, I haven't really sprayed very much in this case on the lid. I've kept it a little bit more down below here to avoid that, but I want to spray, in fact, that lid. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, in fact, with this lid, what I'm going to do is what I generally like to do is just a little decoration, you know, on the bottom there of the lid, just so that when you take the lid off, you see a little decoration there. I don't know, it's just a little quirky idea I had. Do you ever have quirky ideas? Sometimes it's those quirky ideas that make for the individuality of the pot, you know. So where I'm spraying with this guy, and the wood ash tends to go over the glaze, I don't worry about it, because I don't find it really makes a big deal of difference unless you'll really spray heavily over the glaze. Okay, so I've got to get these guys into the kiln, which I'm packing. I'm going to fire it tomorrow. I'm actually going to do something I've never done before, and that is actually fire a kiln at the same time as running a workshop. We've got 4 people coming here tomorrow and Sunday for a workshop. So what I want to do is just to show people a little bit, bring them in on the actual firing, the last minute packing, and the actual firing of the kiln. And then we'll open the kiln then on the Sunday. Hey, thanks for joining us, folks. I appreciate you stopping by. And yeah, I mean, have a go at spraying wood ash, whether you do it like with a spray gun like this with a compressed air tank, or whether you do it just using a simple atomizer like this, which you can buy at any art supply store. If you're only doing a small amount, this is probably actually perfectly fine to do. Once you're doing a few, you know, a bit more quantity, then you may want to think about getting a sprayer like this, which certainly makes it, as you can see, a lot easier. Okay, thanks for watching. Go to my website, simonleachpottery.com. If you want to come on a workshop, then go there, pick a date, write to me, and we'll see if we can fit you in. Last workshop, November 4th and 5th, I think. Not long. Thanks a lot, and keep practicing. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, folks. All the best. Bye-bye.